For years, I have traveled the world slinging my creator-owned comics at the biggest and hottest cons. Now I'm busting out my personal collection of comics, toys, games, and more in order to bring the fun and excitement of con life right to your screen. There's only one place to get your comics and collectibles and chat live with the greatest showman in modern comics. So bust out your keyboard and get ready to call it in! You're watching Kickin' It with Onrie, the live shopping show. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Kickin' It with Onrie, the live shopping show. I'm your host, Onrie Compen, and today is the main event. This is going to be our last live sale of the week, and I wanted to make something really cool happen for you guys today. So I invited my very good friend, Miss Jen King, in to do a show with me. And so what we're going to do today is Jen is going to show off 4 books, then we're going to kick it over to me, and then I'm going to show 4 books. The rules that apply on my shows apply here. The rules on Jen's show apply, however Jen does things. And when it comes to invoicing, it's Jen's going to take care of all invoicing for any claims that you guys make through her. I'm going to take care of any claims that come through me. So basically, you are shopping with 2 different vendors, but we're going to be kicking it back and forth to each other, which makes it a lot more exciting. And there's a chance that we might actually pick up stuff from each other too, because I started to get high on my own supply, Jen. I'm going and buying comics and just picking stuff out, and I'm like, I'm keeping this. I'm building out a collection now of these books. Since no one else wants them, I'll keep them. So since you are our esteemed guest, and it's a pleasure to have you back, I'd like it if you kicked everything off for this afternoon.
Awesome. Also, today, just because it's kind of my day off, I get to do whatever I want. I'm also going to be asking 90s trivia.
That is awesome.
Because I feel like we're doing 90s books. So
yes. All right. Hold on. Let me move this the brand thing out of the way so everybody can see you. Okay. Go ahead.
Oh, it's okay. You can brand out my face.
No, we want to see your beautiful face, Jen. As you're showing off those comics, we have to be able to hear you. Yeah.
Face branding. That'll be the next thing. All right. This is all from one collection. It's pretty cool. This person collected some cool stuff. I will tell you that this book, the writing on it is not on the book. It's actually on a little plastic on the outside. So this one is The Fastest Man Alive, Flash. This is number 80 from 1993 to be in our theme here. Mark Waid wrote this. We're going to go, did the art. Let's see. It looks like Alan Davis and Mark Farmer worked on the cover art here, and it's got so much cool foilness. This is of the 90s, of anything ever was. So look, they bought it for $3, so you get to buy it for $3. I got 4 copies. So
it's just unfortunate. I've been making jokes lately about the Flash because no one until recently has been buying Flash comics. So I started calling everybody Flashes. And I think that kind of intimidates people into buying some Flash books. So don't be haters of the Flash. Buy these books.
Give me the Flash.
We didn't give Jen the Flash. But that is really cool. I love Mike Wieringo's artwork. And something for you guys. Here's a little fact. If you guys have heard of the Ringo Awards, it's actually named in honor of Mike Wieringo, who died very young, tragically, but a very talented artist who's just contributed so much. And Mark Waid, anything that guy writes is gold. So highly recommend jumping on that Flash, especially at $3. Jen, I might even take you up on that. We'll see.
It's a free for all. Here we go. Another very foily book. This is New Titans number 100. Marv Wolfman. That's all you need to know about this one. It says, this is it. Will the Titans survive the final darkening? I don't know. This is also $3, which is weirdly lower than the actual cover price of $3.50. You were streaming. Excellent, Victoria. I'm glad to hear that you're out there.
And Tori, how you feeling today? You were a little under the weather yesterday because of the weather. I hope you're feeling better today.
Also, I have Batman number 459. This is imperfect. It's got some spine ticks to it. Brayfogel is the artist here. And that one is also just $3. It's going to make it pretty easy today. That one doesn't fit our theme. That's going to be part of a big bulk lot. I'm eventually going to get to the actual books I'm going to do here. Oh, here we go. And how about this one? Uncanny X-Men number 171. Important appearance of Rogue as she joins the team. This one has a small spine ticks, but it's only $15, so it's a great grab. Look at that. I got you some Marvel and some DC stuff up here. Also, fast move on. That doesn't work today. Here we go. That's my shipping rates. Just so you know, it's really inexpensive. You guys have probably bought from me before. And here is your first 90s trivia question. Who played Lestat in Interview with the Vampire?
Oh, come on. Come on. That's easy. That's easy. But can I answer or no? I can't answer. You guys got to answer. I can't play the game. I just have to sit here and twiddle my thumbs.
There's no sparkling for these vampires.
Tom Cruise, very good.
Yep, everyone's got it.
Everybody's got it. All right. Are we ready to go? All right, you're kicking it back to me. Jen's kicking it back to me. All right, so guys, I've done things a little bit differently today because we are jumping back and forth with Jen, so my board is built out. But here's what's cool. Every time we sell something, I'm going to restock it with something else, and it's going to be something random and probably something that'll cost only $2 and likely something you haven't seen before. So we're going to kick it off with the first book that we have this afternoon, Avengers 363. This was a FOMO book that did not sell yesterday. We got an embossed foil cover here, Captain America. And is that Swordsman he's fighting or Black Knight? Who is he fighting on that cover? I don't know. But either way, it's going to go for just $5 today. So
I'm guessing Black Knight. That's what
it's Black Knight
like in that era. Yeah, I think so.
The Black Knight makes his appearance in the Eternals movie, and he gets his sword at the end of it. So just right now, it's only $5, but who knows what can happen tomorrow. Not that it's his first appearance or anything, but it's still pretty cool. All right. I have Man of Steel #1, written and illustrated by John Byrne. One of the most classic and prominent Superman illustrations is in this book. And I'll show it to you guys right now. This one right here. You guys have seen this on T-shirts, on underwear, hampers, on everything. And here's the deal we got going on Superman Man of Steel #1. This is an 6-part series by John Byrne and Dick Giordano. This is going to go for just $5 today. And then I have New Mutants #100. This is the first appearance of the X-Force. And this is going to go for $5 too. And this is these 3 books are the last FOMO books that were there yesterday. I'm going to say the condition on each one is very fine. So BF on each of these. And then finally, I have Amazing Spider-Man #253, which is the second appearance of Spider-Man's black costume in the ongoing Amazing Spider-Man series. This is going to go for just $20 today. And I might take a best offer on it because I'm tired of sitting on it. So if anybody's interested in making an offer on this, worst thing I can do is say no or meet you in the middle. So my ask is 20 on this, OBO. And Jen, that was 4 for me. I'm ready to kick it back to you.
That was weak sauce.
That weak was sauce. I'm wearing sandals, that's why. I don't have my socks on. I don't have my hippie socks on.
You're just like, oh no, I can't show people my feet.
No, I can't show people my feet.
Feet shame.
I'm a foot shame guy. Yeah.
All right, I have here what if. This is What If Invisible Girl, the Fantastic Four, married the Submariner. Fun fact, she did run away with him anyway because he has sexy abs. And this is if you're being official about it, What If 21, which came out not in the 90s. So I'm messing everything up, but it's just $5. I actually have 2 copies of this. He must have wanted to make sure you got a really good copy. So these are both beautiful. You guys remember the storyline when she runs away with Namor?
No, I don't actually. That was a Captain Morgan kick. That was a Captain Morgan knee.
There you go.
That was a Captain Morgan knee.
Captain Morgan knee. And this one kind of feels like it might be on the cusp of being something a little more desirable. It's already desirable, but I'm just thinking because of, like everyone's still rumoring around how's Doom going to show up and when. This is, what if Dr. Doom had become a hero? He would struggle with Mephisto. That would be great. He could go into the hotel and just have like...
He actually did become a hero, didn't he? Like an infamous Iron Man.
Yeah,
that was the whole idea. Yeah, he actually eventually did become a hero. But Doom is such a complex character. I was having a great conversation with Roberto Santiago about this on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
Tony Stark and Dr. Doom are just two opposite ends of the same coin.
Yeah.
Like they both strive for the same things. They just have different ways of going about it. It's really interesting.
Doom is all about, protecting the sovereignty of his nation and laying waste to anyone that opposes him.
Yeah. And Tony, I think what Tony, well, here was the argument though. They both are seeking meaning, and they both go above and beyond in order to achieve that goal. But yes, you're right. Like the immediate means, like in Tony Stark's case, like he's trying to protect everybody. He's trying to create a world blanket. But like Dr. Doom, he's very self-serving. And I think it's so fascinating that you have the same actor portraying both characters in different films. I'm so excited for Robert Downey Jr.'s Dr. Doom.
I feel like there could be like a whole show just kind of like digging into the Easter egg of all of those things. That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. This cover is by Rich Buckler and it's just $10. You get you some Doom, a really gorgeous copy.
I have a copy of that same book, guys, going for $20 on my eBay store, just letting you know.
Oh.
So at $10, that's a steal.
And then of the 4-issue limited series of Hercules, Godhood's End. This one is a nice newsstand edition with this, got some spine ticks you can see here because of the nice black cover. And it's just $2. You're just looking for something to finish up your Hercules run so you don't have a hole in your collection. It's a good good one to stick in there. And I'm kind of thinking with the new series of New Gods dropping soon, this one might be something that you might want to go back and read. This is from 1995 or 6, New Gods #1. This is the one by Tom Payer and has Luke Ross cover here, and it's just $3. Great copy. And here's your trivia question. Are you ready? What game show host had a cameo role in the movie Happy Gilmore?
Oh, come on. Oh, come on. These are fun trivia questions because you want to answer them. But I can't answer them. But you guys answer them. Go ahead. One other thing I point out. Yesterday, I offered everybody a chance, and I'll do this again for today's show too, because why the heck not?
You guys are so good. Wow. We
have a King of Kickin It. So for King of Kickin It, this is the deal. If you spend $25, you're going to get to spin the wheel once. You spend $50 with me, you get free shipping on your order. At $75, I'm going to start unlocking stuff. And this is for the first person, and only one person can achieve this. But you get a foil cover of Eastern Shin Hunter and Destroyer 2, limited to 25 copies, a price tag of $50. At $100, you get this Warline 2 foil. At $125, you get this foil facsimile of Detective Comics 27. And if you spend $150 with me, you get Absolute Batman #1 first printing for free. So that's for anybody who racks up a bill. Anybody brave enough to rack up that bill, you're going to get books that are worth the same value altogether. All right? So you're doubling your value when you spend more with me. All right, so let's keep going here. We have Star Wars X-Wing Rogue Squadron, The Phantom Affair. That is a really long title for a book, but it's a #1 of 4. This is going to go for just $4 today. And Jen was on a what if kick, so I'm going to bring in a what if.
Yay!
What if Loki had found the hammer of Thor, #47? This I had priced at $15. I'm going to bring it down to just $8. If anybody wants it, it's $8. Chuck, what's up, buddy? Good to see you.
Even if he found it, he couldn't lift it. They need to change the title. What if he was worthy of the hammer? It would be better.
Yes, that's true. He would have to be worthy in order to lift it. Unless he got Thor to lift it for him.
That's right.
Because he needs his big strapping big brother to do everything for him. All right, we have Wolverine 75. This is a key issue here. This is the first time it is revealed that Wolverine has bone claws. So in X-Men 25, the adamantium is pulled from Wolverine's skeleton by Magneto. You guys saw this happen in X-Men 97. It was retold on that. And that shot up the value of those books tremendously because it was just done so well. It was amazing. But Wolverine 75 is where we discovered that Wolverine had claws the whole time. And it was believed before that Weapon X had grafted the claws to him. But no, that was the claws are part of his mutant powers. And it seems like such a duh thing now. But back in the 90s, in the 80s and 90s, when Wolverine was first introduced, we knew so little about him and his past. He could have been born at any point. And it was so interesting when they would just drop these little tidbits about his origin. But this is a major leak in his origin. And now everything's out there, so it doesn't matter anymore. But back in the day, it was interesting to see how enigmatic his past was. So we got Wolverine number 75. It's got a cool little hologram here. This is going to go for just $10 today for Wolverine number 75.
Fun fact, you should someday take one of those really cool holograms out into the actual sun and see how amazing they really are.
Oh yeah, the way they pop up. Oh, I used to when I was a kid. I did that. I was hanging out with my friends and we did that. That was all those covers were great. The Uncanny X-Men one, the X-Force one, every single one of them were great.
He's giving you stats.
Yeah. All right. Last book, and then I'm kicking it back to Jen. We have Superman number 75. Now this is the polybag seal has been broken on this, but it's still in the polybag. I mean, you could probably reseal it with a heat gun, but it also has a card here, the collectible card. So everything's here. Normally this is like a $20, $25 book. I'm just going to do it right now for $10 for Superman 75, and you get.
Hey, Chuck's going home with Wolverine.
Chuck's going home with Wolverine. Excellent, excelente.
Hey, Chuck.
Awesome. I got you, Chuck. All right. We got our first claim. Now let's give Jen some love. I'm kicking it back to her. Jen, take it away, my friend. And let's welcome Travis Gibb and Garcia Sergio.
Garcia!
What's up, Travis? How you doing, man?
Garcia's awesome. He comes to he gets new comics from me on Tuesdays.
We got a bunch of creators in the room right now. We got Connie Yolitz, we got Chuck, we got Travis. Feels like we're at Comic-Con. This is great.
Yeah. I don't know how you feel, Onrie, but I always tell my creators they can drop their social deets when they come on.
What was that? I'm sorry?
I always tell my the creators that come on they can drop their social deets if they want to.
Oh yeah, absolutely, guys. Drop your socials, drop your Kickstarters, drop it all. Drop it like it's hot. It is. No, I'm very serious. I do the same thing, and no one has taught me how important that is more than Jen. So we all support each other here.
I'm seeing some new names. Hey, Connie. First time I've seen your name in the buying stream. Super glad to see you.
Connie's a phenomenal artist, and she recently on a Dracula book, Dracula 1944, I believe, and on our show.
All right, I should be paying more attention to that stuff. All right, this is kind of cool because this is an Art Adams cover. You're not going to believe me because it's on a Gen 13 Gen X crossover. But this one is a #1. Brandon Choi, Art Adams, Alex Gardner working on this book. And it is $5. If there's anything that's ever been real 90s, that's it. You feel creative vibes. Yeah. Okay. This is an Avengers #1. This is a 1998. This is the Heroes Return tie-in. This has got a George Perez cover. And Busiek is the writer for this series, and that's just $4. Like anytime you can get Perez art for $4. You should do that.
Yeah, totally. With Perez artwork, especially that Avengers book, he draws every single Marvel character into the entire book. I think just for that is worth the price of admission. It is
Ooh, heck
such a gorgeous book. And it was really shooting up in value about, I want to say 3 or 4 months before his passing. A lot of people were on the hunt for that book.
Well, just in terms of a book series, Hero's Return is one of those canon stories I think everyone should read. So if you never dive into that, you should. Everyone's favorite character or potential character, depends on if we ever get to see her on the screen. This is Dazzler number 38. This is versus the X-Men. This is Jackson Guy's art, and it is just $4. It says beginning a brilliant new era of excitement for the shining superstar. So something big happens in the storyline for that character. Oh, heck yeah. Okay. I swear that there was some kind of announcement about this book series, but I cannot remember it. So don't quote me on it. But this is Battle Chasers number 1. It is the first appearance of Red Monica.
Yep.
And I got it for $10.
So that's a great price on that book, particularly because that's usually like a $20 to $25 book. Joe Mad created that series, and that guy has done so much in comics and video games. If anybody's played the Darksiders series, he is the lead architect on that entire game.
All right, here's your 90s trivia. You guys said you wanted harder, so I guess this is a little bit harder. Which film won the 1990 Academy Award for Best Picture?
No Googling. No Googling.
I allow 100% Googling. Cheat away.
Oh, we can cheat away?
Yeah.
But can I make a guess? I mean,
yeah. Go ahead.
Can I make an educated wish?
Yeah.
It was Amadeus, wasn't it?
Nope.
No, it was Amadeus a year earlier. That was a great movie. I liked Amadeus.
No.
Lion King. Lion King? No, it wasn't Lion King. Lion King came out in like 95.
There's an animal in the title.
Lion, bear, man, bear, pig.
Oh, gosh. Stop.
All right. The book falls, it goes half price. And the book that has fallen is Adventure Comics starring Aquaman, King of the Seven Seas, number 441, which is going to go for the low price of just $3. Because why? It's just got to move. $3 on this. And then I got the X-Men number 1 Rubicon edition. Normally a $12 book, but it's been sitting in my collection for way, way, way too long. And so we're going to drop the price down to just $8 right now for the X-Men.
Jim Lee goodness.
Jim Lee goodness. That's exactly right. And it's a good run, too. So what happens here is Magneto is up on asteroid M, and he's living a life of peace. He's like, I'm done with Earth. I'm done with everything. And S.H.I.E.L.D. is like, no, we want to take Magneto and we want to bring him back down to Earth, and we want to hold him accountable for all of his crimes. And so they recruit the X-Men to go and do it. And that's what starts off this entire run. What's also interesting about this is a standalone series that was kicked off by Chris Claremont, who basically, revolutionized the X-Men after Stan Lee had, had his initial run on it. And bringing on Jim Lee in his, I don't want to say prime, but in his early days, kind of like reaching the early days of his prime. I think that would be the best way to put it. This is a book that was talked about a lot, and it's also the biggest inspiration for the X-Men 92 animated series, as well as the 97 series, which has been really well received. And I loved X-Men 97. That is one of the highlights of 2024 for me, hands down.
You got it, Victoria. Dances with Wolves.
Dances with Wolves. That was a great film. I love that. It was, it got remade much later, and it was called Avatar.
It was.
I got the Champions number 12 here, newsstand copy, and this is going to go for I'll do it for $3. If someone takes this, it's a very fine. It's really good. It's got no ticks on it, nothing. So Champions number 12 is going to go for $3. I did 3. Now the last one I have Iron Man number 181, At the Mercy of the Mandarin, and this is actually Brody as Iron Man here. Newsstand copy. This is going to go for $3. And again, another thing I want to point out here, when you have black covers like this, the ticks show up pretty clearly on here. There are some minor ticks here, but they're not, it's nothing serious. I would still call this a fine. I would still say this is in fine condition. My ask on this again is just $3. We got to move these books. All right, let's kick it back to Jen.
Woohoo! More fun. Oh, and Victoria did not Google that answer.
Victoria never does it. She never cheats.
She's got a great mind.
Yes,
I could probably come up with, like, if you gave me a list of movies that are possible, I could have probably maybe figured it out. But just in general, to give me a year and ask me anything that happened in that year, I probably wouldn't be able to do it.
Yeah.
All right. How about X-Men and the Micronauts? This is the 4-issue limited series. Number 2, featuring the X-Nauts versus the Micromen? ? And that's just $3.
That's awesome. I think I have some of those books too. So if you guys decide if someone wants that and claims it from Jen, I might be able to help you fill out your run.
Fill the little run. Oh, that's great.
Just a little added incentive for you folks.
That's perfect. Okay. A series that you should absolutely read at some point in your life because it's Garth Ennis. And if you like any of his other stuff, Preacher, The Boys, anything else that smacks you in the face real hard, you will like Hitman #1. So this is the #1 of the series. It's not his first appearance. His first appearance happens in, I had the book the other day on my show and I forgot what the number is, but different title. This one's a great direct sale edition and it is just $10.
What's the deal with Hitman? Like, what's his story?
I don't know, but he's fully in, like, I thought that he like had appeared first in like Vertigo, but it's clearly not true because he's straight here in the main universe with Batman. So my guess is it's pretty straightforward. Hitman. Okay, and I've got, these are all fit together, so I'm just going to do those all at the same time. Okay, so the limited series, was supposed to be a 4-issue limited series because the first, this is how jacked up this series was. I'm going to make you giggle a lot. So The Punisher had a limited series. It was either going to be 4 issues or 5 issues, and they could never figure it out until it was done when it got to number 5. And so this is what's so funny about it. So here's #2. Ignore this. This is on the plastic. This is #2 for $10. And it says in a 5-issue limited series. Here's #4 from this series. Ignore this price. It's $10. And it says #4 in a 4-issue limited series. And then, oops, #5. Ignore this price. It's $10. #5 in a 5-issue limited series. So they just could never make up their mind how long this series was going to be. But you can get yourselves a big chunk of it for $10 a piece there. Or if you want to buy all 3 of them, do it for $25. Here is your trivia question. Who played the title character in Saving Private Ryan?
Yeah. All right. They're just good questions. That's it. That's all I'm responding to. They're fantastic questions. And guys, I gotta say, I'm really happy we got a room full of people right now, and you guys are all having so much fun. One of the things that Jen told me when I first started out, and it's been 4 years now since I've been doing live sales. One of the things she told me was, whether you have a show that's great and you're selling lots of comics or you don't have many sales at all, it's very important to be present and to be there for everybody, and because you are someone's happy place. And we always look at that algorithm, and that means more to us than anything else, because that's a first and foremost thing. And if you guys have any questions, either for me or Jen after hours, you can always reach out to us individually and say, hey, Jen, do you still have that Hercules book? I would like to pick it up for $2. You can always reach out. Or do you have any flash books, Jen? Do you have any more of those flash books for $3? I'm sure Jen will happily accommodate you, and I will do the same. So feel free to reach out to us. You guys can do some window shopping now. We're here for you no matter what, and it's a pleasure to be here for you guys. And Jen, it's always great having you here too.
Thank you. Or even if you're like newer to comics, or even if you're older to comics, and there's just a question you've always had about them that you don't get.
Yep.
You're not going to ever shame you about not knowing something, because I'm 30 years in and I'm still learning stuff. So just send us a message. You don't have to be embarrassed about it. Just be like, I don't get, why is this about comics?
Yes, exactly. That's excellent. All right, Dan Price. We got another creator, Jen. What is this?
Woohoo!
Creators today. And that's one thing I also want to say about Jen too. So when COVID hit and distribution on all new comics stopped, and there was the whole pencils down thing, a lot of creators were like, what do we do from here? And one of the things I really admire, and I think all of us creators who are in the room right now can all attest to this, is that Jen was a pioneer in saying, let's focus on independent creator-owned titles. And she hosted shows where she showcased a bunch of creator-owned titles, and she invited me to come and sit down on there and to talk about my books. And that was my first experience actually watching how a live sale was. Didn't click to me right away that I could be doing the same thing until months later. But I really appreciated the fact that she made it a sole focus to say, we're not going to show any Marvel or DC stuff, not because we hate Marvel or DC, but because we want to put the focus on the creators. And that's a very rare thing to find with comic book retailers, because a lot of comic book retailers are in the business of staying in business, and they need to sell what they know is going to move quickly. So taking a chance on independent books is not always an easy thing for them to do. So the fact that Jen has always made an effort to stock all independent books and to give creators a chance to showcase their stuff was really inspiring to me, and it's something I try and live up to myself. Which is what
I have one question. I have a question. Does Bigfoot know karate?
Yeah, yes, he does. But karate, Luke Cage. And after talking about how much I love creator-owned stuff, we're gonna get back to selling my Marvel and DC books. But actually, we do have an independent book coming up, sort of independent. All right. I have Luke Cage Power Man number 40, which is going to go for $5. And by the way, if you guys haven't checked out Bigfoot Knows Karate by Dan Price, you absolutely have to. It's a gorgeous book. So we have Luke Cage Power Man number 40, which is going to go for just $5 right now. And I have Mr. Miracle number 24, newsstand copy. We're going to call this Fine Plus here. This is going to go for $4. And then up top, this is the independent-ish book. It's actually put out by Legendary Comics, which is an offshoot of Legendary Pictures. And when was the last time Legendary made a movie? I don't remember. Either way, they're not like Marvel, DC. They typically go to Kickstarter to fund their books, and I'm not sure if their stuff is solicited through any of the big distributors, John.
I think it wasn't Kong Godzilla still under their stable.
I'm not sure. I have absolutely sure. Yeah. You would know more than I do on that front. But anyway, we have Mary Shelley's Frankenstein here. This is illustrated by the artist who worked on issues 6 through 10 of Yi Sun-shin. And his artwork is fantastic. He's very heavily inspired by Frazetta. And his artwork is just so detailed and gorgeous. And it's a retelling of Frankenstein in a hardcover bound book. It's got the sleeve and everything. The retail price on this is $30. We have 5 copies of it in stock for anybody who might be interested in it. And it's basically like reading the movie in its original form in black and white, which is really cool. And L's inks are just truly astounding. It's a true sight to behold. All of his artwork here is just absolutely phenomenal. He's a very talented artist. So we got 5 copies of this going for just $30, and it would mean a lot to me and the creator if you pick this book up. And then we have Supergirl. We have a bunch of millions here, 1 millions. I have Supergirl 1 million going for $3. Batman Detective Comics 1 million going for $3. Superman 1 million going for $3. Flash 1 million going for $3. No one wants this book, but hey, And The Power of Shazam, 1 million. All these going at $3 a pop. If you want them all, it is just $15. Dan Price, the tag on Frankenstein is going to be $30 today. So $30.
Who's the artist? He wants to know.
Oh, who's the artist? It's L. Arnaclius. Or sorry, L. Gehring. L. Gehring. He used a pseudonym for Yisun Shin. I don't know why, but he wanted to use a pseudonym for Yisun Shin. But he is the same guy who worked on issues 5 through 10 of Yisun Shin. Does really, really amazing detailed artwork. Totally worth picking up. All right, Jen, I am kicking it back to you, my friend.
Okay. And it looks like I'm trying to see who got it right first, but Matt Damon was correct. You guys went straight away to Tom Hanks, but it was the titular character that it wanted. So, all right, here we go.
Is it true though? I kind of feel like Tom Hanks is the main character.
He was, but it said specifically, like
I think that was a trick.
Title mentions
That was a
certain characters. So that's what they're asking for.
That was a trick trivia question.
It is. By the way, there are a ton of other really famous people in that film. If you go back and watch it, you'll be like, "What the heck?"
Totally.
Like, I think that my man, why can't I remember his name right now? Who played Bloodshot?
Vin Diesel.
Vin's in it.
Vin Diesel.
Yeah.
Vin Diesel.
Yeah, there's a bunch of people that when they finally find the company that he's part of, there's a bunch of famous people in it. West Coast Avengers number 45. This is White Suit Vision. It does have some spine ticks on this one. It's $6. Garfwang wants Superman and Batman 1 million.
I got him.
You're so good.
I think you're doing great.
All right. I have hold on. Yeah. Polybagged X Factor number 86s. They have this is the card that both of them have in it, the Hunter Dark Riders one. And those are $3 a piece.
Do you remember when X-Force 1 with the Deadpool card shot up in value to like $25 overnight because it had a Deadpool card in it?
Yeah, that was during pandemic when cards became like a big collectible and they were just looking for any unique card. It was kind of cool. Oh, here's some Micronauts. Love Micronauts. This is 1983. Micronauts number 53. That's just $2.
What's the story of Micronauts? I never read the book. Was it based off a cartoon?
I feel like the book came first, but I am not 100% certain about that. But I did like playing with Micronauts when I was growing up. All right, here's a twofer. If this was in perfect condition, it would be a much more expensive set. But this is Black Panther number 1 and number 2. This is the first appearance of Shuri, by the way. Small spine ticks, but it's just $20 for the pair. You get yourself a first appearance of Shuri, which is amazing. And it's time for trivia. Okay. They're a toy first. Wow. I did not know that. All right, here's the music related one for you music lovers. Who recorded the hit single No Diggity?
Oh, come on.
And now you're going to have that as a hum curse. Sorry.
No, it's just going to bug me because I don't want to hear it. All right. I have Spectacular Spider-Man, The Death of Vermin. This is a 3-issue arc. It starts with issue 194, 195, and 196. You know who shows up in this? Baron Zemo. And he's the guy who created Vermin. So here's the run. The run price on this is just going to be $5 today. I had it priced at 10 originally, wasn't moving. Dropped it down to 8, still wasn't moving. So I'm just going to do it for 5 now if anybody wants it.
That's a good deal, y'all.
Elvis, Chris. That's great. I love that. All right.
I want to have Victoria on my trivia team whenever I go.
Oh, totally. She will kill it for you. Absolutely. All right. So check this out. I have some $2 comics for you guys. I have Amazing Spider-Man 386. which is the first part of Life Theft. And then I have Amazing Spider-Man 390. I showcased this yesterday. This book actually came in a polybag, but it comes with one of these cell sheet. Those what were these called again, Jen? Cell illustrations from the Spider-Man animated TV show.
Yeah, I always just call them acetates, but I know they've got a lot of different names.
Something like that. But either way, these are just going to go for $2 a pop. Get them both for $4.
You just frame that bad boy up.
So every single time something sells and we got something off the rack, I'm going to go and pick out a $2 comic and replace it. All right, so up top, I have Joker number 15. We got a Brian Bolland cover here. What's interesting about this is if you haven't, this is the last issue of this Joker run by James Tynion. And if you haven't read the whole run, it's basically about Commissioner Gordon, who's no longer commissioner. He's just, James Gordon now. But anyway, he gets hired by a agency, who's basically the Court of Owls, to go and kill the Joker. But he tells Batman that he's just going to bring him to justice. And the Court of the Owls gives him an unlimited amount of money and resources to go and find the Joker. So he's on the hunt for him, and things. It sort of feels like Breaking Bad a little bit, because the Joker isn't really seen, but he's talked about a lot. So when we finally see the Joker, it's like, oh man, it's it's like this big moment, and the reason why I say it's like Breaking Bad, it's kind of like just has these slow buildups, and then all of a sudden there's this big cataclysmic thing that happens. Like you're like, oh my god. So this is the last issue. But what's cool about it is you don't have to have necessarily read all the other issues. And I know that sounds weird, but this is basically an issue where Gordon and Batman finally meet up after everything that's happened, and they kind of reassess everything that has occurred. So it's kind of like looking over everything that has happened. And it all ties together, and it is essential. But it's a really gorgeous variant. I think the variant art is what really sells this book. I mean, Brian Bolland's artwork is phenomenal. He was the artist on Killing Joke, one of my favorite artists of all time. I love Brian Bolland. I have this priced at $15. I'm going to drop it down to $10 today. And then I have Tony Stark Iron Man #1. This is the start of Dan Slott and Valerio Schiti's run here. So this is the first issue of it, and it's going to go for just $3. So the one with the selling Chris Nash is just $2. If you want that Amazing Spider-Man, it's just $2.
The Iron Man is fun to collect because they did like a million different covers where they just changed what the Iron Man suit is on the front. It's just neat.
Okay. Dan Price has taken the Bolland. All right. Kicking it back to Jen.
Awesome. Okay, this is Rise of the Black Panther #6. It's a variant edition Art Adams cover, and it is $6. He's bringing the fire.
Oh, that's cool.
And then these are a lot of fun. They are sealed wizards, which didn't used to be anything at all, but now are super hot. This one is a Wizard Witchblade publication, but that's not what makes it special. I mean, it is cool because it's our man Mike Turner's stuff. This is Mike Turner, How to Draw Witchblade, bonus Witchblade poster, and all that stuff. But it also has the first appearance of Fathom as a free comic book in the back of this book. So it's a zero debut issue. It is all sealed up, and it's just $20.
Mike Turner was the sweetest guy in the world.
Yes, he was. We used to compete over the same preacher pages at the convention center.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He'd wander by and he's like, Jen, what'd you get? Because he'd be stuck in his booth. Like, I'm sorry, man. Don't be mad. This one is also awesome. It's a first edition Wizard. It is 100 most collectible comics. It is still sealed and has its spirit card. And it is just $5. It's got a nice foil on the cover too. It's kind of neat to go back to look at that specific year, what they said were the top 100. Be interesting to see how many of them are still in that list. And I think this is the last of my sealed wizards. This one is wizard number 14, which has a Cyberforce card in it. Features in on an interview with Neil Adams. It has an X-Men poster. And, it talks about probably the best card sets ever made. And that's $10. All right, here we go. Here's your trivia. Another music question. Which artist released the hit song Mambo Number 5 in 1999?
Oh, gosh, these are such good questions. I feel like I can answer all of them, and that's a good thing. Usually when it comes to trivia, I can't answer them. So whenever I'm getting all fidgety, it's because I know the answer, but I can't say it.
Ooh, Dan wins. You beat Victoria, but by like seconds. Chris Nash continues to want the answer to be Elvis.
But that was my guess. All right. We have Daredevil and Captain America #1, Dead on Arrival. This is going to go for $2. $2 on Daredevil and Captain America, Dead on Arrival. I have Hawkeye #1. This is Kate Bishop's first ongoing series, but it's a reprint. It's not the original first printing. It's the Halloween comic book extravaganza. I was pricing this at $5. If you give me $3, this is yours. I need to move this. I can't sit on this anymore.
What's interesting about those books is that you would think there would be a ton of them out there, but there aren't a bunch of people that participate in the Halloween Comic Fest, so it's probably a pretty low print run of a book.
And there you go. And that's like a second printing. Well, it probably had multiple printings, but regardless, when you have a low print run like that with a specific branding on it, that can actually bring up the price. So if you're trying to flip this book, I've given you a little bit of wiggle room on there to make some money. All right, next book we have here is Destro #3, which is just going to go for cover price, $4. I picked this series up and I accidentally bought an extra copy of issue 3. So I'm not trying to make any money on it, just trying to, sell it, let it back out into the wild. It's $4. Destro #4. And then I have Duke #1. Duke #1 is going to go for $10. This has been a really great run of books. It was only 5 issues, and it was fantastic. I believe the first printing sold out completely on the retail level. And it's really cool because it ties into the Transformers world. I think everything that Robert Kirkman has done with the Energon universe has been genius. I was having a conversation the other day with someone when I was in my younger years, and I think a lot of creators who are in here can kind of attest to this. It's very different being on the dealer side, but from the creative standpoint, it's very competitive in terms of getting into the business and wanting to stand out. Everybody wants to be Robert Kirkman. And, I remember when I was younger, I used to criticize him a lot and be like, oh, I just made some stupid zombie book. And that just turned into a big thing just because. But after years of, not paying attention to what this guy was doing, I finally sat down and I watched Invincible. And I was like, this is freaking brilliant. And I've come to appreciate him on a whole new level now. And the same thing goes for Walking Dead. I think Robert Kirkman is a genius. And he has further proven this with the Energon universe by connecting everything with Transformers and G.I. Joe and saying, we're going to build a shared universe here. And we're going to have a lot of fun with it. And Duke kicks off with the idea of he has been let go from the military and there are Transformers out there, and he's now trying to prove that they exist because the government is being all hush-hush about it. This is very good stuff. Duke #1, $10. It's yours. Yeah, I got your claim on the Amazing Spider-Man 390 the sell book, Chris. You're good. All right, I am kicking it back to Jen without any trivia for you guys. You get no trivia for me.
No trivia is so sad. All right, here is one that is a hard book to find. This is Meteor Man #5, Pushed to the Edge. That is a $25 book. Collectible through the roof. Okay, and I've got Micronauts #6. It says it's got bug stories in it. That one's 3. Ooh, I like this cover. Fantastic Four number 607. This is Hickman writing Fantastic Four. Look who's on this throne, looking all cocky. That one is 6. Look at the costume really closely before you guess who it is. And Ghost Rider number 30. This one is Nightmare's Realm and has art on the front cover by the Kuberts, both of them together. And that one is just $3. All right. Here is your trivia question. What stuffed animals filled with plastic pellets were the rage in the late 1990s? You should all know this one.
Oh, man. That's a good one. That is a good one. All right. I have Poison Ivy, Cycle of Life and Death, number 1, going for $3. Predator versus Black Panther, number 1. We just got the conclusion of it this week, the 4th issue. And the revelation at the end of the book is that the Predator is now going up against Spider-Man, which I think is really cool. It was just a preview at the end of the book. So the story doesn't tie into that at all. But basically the premise of Predator versus Black Panther is a Predator infiltrates Wakanda and discovers vibranium. So what'll happen if a Predator steals vibranium and makes weapons out of it? That could be very dangerous. So this is a really interesting series. I really enjoyed it. Benjamin Percy has been writing all of these Predator crossovers with Marvel. And they've all been great. I've really enjoyed the Avengers versus Aliens. That's been a real standout for me. I really love the first 2 issues of that. This has been good too. We're going to do the first issue today, which is sold out on the retail level. This is going to go for $10 today for Predator versus Black Panther number 1. I have Spider-Boy number 1. Spider-Boy number 1 is going to go for $10 today. This is his first ongoing series.
Grab it up, y'all. I have inside information that states that that is a character that Marvel will be focusing on.
We have Rat City number 1. Rat City number 1 is basically Spawn 2099. It's future Spawn. And this is going to go for $10 as well for Rat City number 1, which is also sold out at the retail level. You can't just walk into a comic shop anymore and pick this up.
Mm-mm.
And finally, we got Quick Stops number 1 by Kevin Smith and Jeremy Simser. This is a lot of fun here. This is going to go for just $3 right now for Quick Stops. So I have a friend that owes me $15. And he's been like very crafty about not paying it. So I was actually going to sing that song from Jay and Silent Bob. $15, little man. You remember that, Jen?
Wait, is it Ted Sakura that owes you?
No. Completely different friend. So, Quick Stops number 1 going. He's not a comic related friend. Quick Stops number 1 is going to go for just $3. All right, that is my 4. I am kicking it back to Jen with no trivia for you. You get no trivia from me.
Lordy, what?
Yeah, can't do it.
That's all right. I don't know if you guys have tried to look for John Constantine Hellblazer back issues recently, but they are pretty tough to get any single number of the series. I think it's just because it's really popular. And the news is that they're going to do another Keanu movie, which I'm excited about because I really liked him in that role. So we'll see if that gets him back in hunting. Even if they didn't do that and they just grabbed him and threw him in the Sandman universe, that would be awesome too. All right, this is Andy Diggle doing the writing. This is Hellblazer number 230, and that one's $5. I like this part of the run very much because the covers are so beautiful. They're really nice. I also have number 231 for $5. That does not look good for him. He is literally underwater, chained to the bottom of a pier. 233 is $5. There's something in the dark coming after him. I've never seen him be scared before. That's going to be pretty terrifying. And last but not least is 232. Sorry, I should have put those in there. So that's a run. That is a run. And that one's $5. That makes it a $20 run. But if you wanted to buy the whole run of 4, I would do it for $15.
Buy 3, get 1 free.
Well, that's right. Buy 3, we'll get 3. And then here is your question. What song by Los Del Rio became a sensation in the 1990s?
That's a good one. I actually don't know the answer to that one.
This one's a tough one because it's backwards from the way they're usually asked. And I would never have been able to, I didn't know that the two did this song.
So Tori says Spider-Man versus Predator. She's worried about Peter because he's toast. I actually don't think he's toast. First off, Spider-Man has an advantage over the Predator in the sense that he has spider sense. So even if the Predator is invisible, he can still sense it. Plus, I think he's also gotten used to like Miles turning invisible. So I think that gives him a major advantage. Plus, another thing about Spider-Man, he will kill aliens. He did it in Avengers Endgame. Like, humans he won't kill, but aliens, like, he has no problems killing aliens. He has no problems even using guns against aliens. He used the sonic ray to take out the alien symbiote. Spider-Man does not care. Predator is toast. He is done. I don't think he's going to stand a chance against Spider-Man, but they're going to have to bring it out a bit, you know?
Garfong, you're right. Hey, Macarena.
Oh, it's the Macarena. I didn't think about that. Oh, all shook up. That's great. All right, speaking of Miles Morales Spider-Man, we have issue 19 here. This is from Bendis' run. Bendis is the co-creator of Miles Morales. This is going to go for just $4. I have, so that's Spider-Man 19, Miles Morales Spider-Man 19. We have Razor and She, number 1. This is a special, and it's going to go for just $4. And then we have Punisher number 1. This is the first appearance of a brand new Punisher. And this series launched last year. This is going to go for just $10. And I have Amazing Spider-Man number 797. I believe this is the first appearance of Red Goblin, if I'm not mistaken. But regardless, it's just going to go for $10 right now for Amazing Spider-Man number 797. In a moment, we're gonna kick it back to Jen right now. And when Jen's done showing stuff, it's FOMO time, and we're going to show off all of our Landmark FOMO books, which we're going to have to make room for on this rack here. So, Jen, I'm kicking it back to you. Roberto, what's up, man?
Roberto has an Iron Man shirt that you can drop.
Man, he is poking a stick at me because I blame him for putting me on to Iron Man. I recently picked up all of Chris Cantwell's Iron Man books, and I've been reading through them and enjoying them. Now I picked up Superior Iron Man. And now I'm picking up the rest of Bendis' Iron Man. Like, he turned me into an Iron Man collector. It's terrible. I blame him.
This is the worst problems to have. Good friends that tell you what comics to read? Come on. I'll tell you to read this one. It's my favorite run of all time for Spider-Man. This is Spider-Man number 26. This is like the versus Deadpool run. This is the beginning of Oldies, where they're both old, and it's so funny and disrespectful. It is the best buddy, not cop series to ever be in comics. That one is $4. And by the way, if you liked the Wolverine Deadpool,
I want to build up a collection of that Spider-Man Deadpool. Jen, can you pull that for me, please? I will actually take that from you.
Right here. One shot. Okay.
Which issue was that?
That one is the number 26.
And it's an A cover? I'm an A cover guy.
Yeah. It's Oldies Part 1, cover A.
Awesome. I'll take it.
Okay. I also have the direct edition of Spider-Man number 38. It is part 1 of a storyline called Light the Night, featuring Electro, who's continuing to hate on Spider-Man for reasons we cannot figure out. That one is just $2. Can't remember where I am on the board. Okay, Marvel Age 2099. This is from October 1992. I don't know if this is predating any of the appearances for any of the characters in 2099, but as that seems to be a universe that they're rolling out and making very important, it would be really cool if, like, you can see there's 2 Dooms on here. Is this maybe the first time we see Doom 2099? I would have to look it up, but it's a Marvel Age 117 and it's just $4. Part of the Weapon X storyline, featuring art by Barry Windsor Smith. This is Marvel Comics Presents number 75, and it is $8. Such a great cover.
Barry Windsor Smith is amazing, and those books were going for big bucks.
Oh, yeah. All right. I will ask my question, but wait, what's the question? What's a famous U.S. military facility does Tony Stark own or once owned? Okay, you guys think about that one. And then here's your 90s question. Which 1996 bowling movie stars Woody Harrelson?
Oh, that's one of my favorites. I absolutely love it. So, Jen, here's what we're going to do right now. Since it's FOMO time for me, I'm going to show off 8 books. Then you show off 8 books. Is that fair?
Well, you just do that and we'll go back to our normal thing.
No, you do 8. We'll do 4, and then I'll do 8, and then you do 8, and then we'll go back to 4 and 4.
Okay.
All right, cool. So it is FOMO time. What does FOMO mean? Watch this video. It'll explain it in less than 20 seconds.
It's FOMO time! What's that even mean anyway? Oh, is that what it means? I'm such a weirdo for missing out on these great tales!
There you go. Don't be a winner, miss out on these books here. All right, we got Landmark FOMO here. These books are going to range in price from $5 to $10. We're going to kick it off with Action Comics 1000. We got a Dan Jurgens variant cover here. Jen actually had the pleasure of interviewing Dan Jurgens on The Experience. What was it, a year ago, 2 years ago?
Yeah. He was the best, man.
He's a really cool dude. $5 on this for the Jurgens variant. All right, Action Comics is off to Lorena. Got you there, my friend. We have ROM number 50. That's going to go for $5. Amazing Spider-Man number 600, milestone issue. This is going to go for $10. Fantastic Four number 250. This is going to go for $5. Fantastic Four 500. This is going to go for $5 as well. I didn't realize, usually when it comes to FOMO books, I always try and get like 2 different series on everything. So here's the deal. If you take both these Fantastic Four books off my hands, I'll knock $1 off each one. It'll be $8. But you got to buy them both together. Otherwise, they're individually $5 a pop. I have Invincible Iron Man number 500. This is a second printing. This is from Fraction and Salvador LaRocca's run. This is going to go for $5. I have Detective Comics 1000 Landmark issue. This is going to go for $10 for Detective Comics 1000. We got a really gorgeous Jim Lee cover here. And finally, we have Wolverine number 300, which is going to go for just $5. And we got a really cool Adam Kubert cover here. So far, we only got 1 claim on our FOMO book, so that means there are 7 Landmark FOMOs left. Feel free to make your claims. And
Bruno's got the Iron Man.
Iron Man.
Woohoo!
Of course, he got Iron Man, so he could send us more trivia for Iron Man. All right, Jen, I'm kicking it back to you. You take 8, my friend.
All right. I don't have any FOMO.
I think all your books are FOMO because like God, and I haven't seen your new shop, but I can only imagine just how many sweet, awesome books you have over there.
Right now, I have a problem called I have too many good books. It's kind of insane, but I'm hoping the holidays, me and people get really good presents as people come get them. This is Secret Defenders number 1. This one's just $2. It's a great story, but they're pretty common, despite the fact that they're, shiny. This is a polybagged Star Wars number 1 loot crate number 4. For a long time, Star Wars number 1 held the title for most sold copies. You're gonna have to try to beat Jesse James to this copy because he owns thousands of them. This one is Super Pro #1, starring Spider-Man, and it's just $3.
Oh yeah, he always jumps on that book.
Yeah, he's
Always.
That's the one he likes. Conan the King. This one is number 27. It's a little bit dirty on the white parts of this, but it's not beat. It's just got dirt. That one is $3. I've got a Star comic hidden in here. This is Thundercats #11. It is a newsstand. It does have a little bit of spine tick to it, but Star comics often were like sold to kids and get beat up a lot. So this is in gorgeous shape comparatively. And it's just $10. Anytime you can find a Thundercats, you should buy it. Guardians of the Galaxy #44, starring Yondu, is just $3. It says he's back in here, so it's been gone somewhere.
How much is the Star Wars, Jen?
The Star Wars was just $4. I've got Robotics #1. This one does have a tiny bit of a tick in the corner here, and it is $5. If you want to see robot dinosaurs fight each other. And last but not least, this is a Marvel Super Secret Wars. This one is #2 and is $7.
That is a steal, guys. Jump on your Secret Wars. Jen, you got a claim on that Star Wars, but jump on Secret Wars. I'm not kidding. If you can get it at $7 now, do it. They're making a movie called Secret Wars. That book will be worth $25 within the next 2 years. I promise you. You can get it right now for so cheap. I will tell you, when I first started dealing, I got a full run of Secret Wars for $40. That included issue 8.
Oh my gosh.
Full run for it, and I sold it. I got them signed by Jim Shooter and Mike Zeck, which you can't get stuff signed by Mike Zeck anymore unless you go out to the Philippines, because that's where he lives now. So, Jen is throwing you a really hot deal with that Secret Wars. Jump on it. That is such a good price on that book. If I didn't have it already, I would totally jump on it.
All right, you guys ready for your trivia? It's about sports ball. Which basketball player hosted a short-lived talk show in 1998? Which basketball player?
Was it okay, I can't guess. This is so, I want to be a part of it too.
You can totally guess. You have to give yourself lag points. So you have to
Charles Barkley?
Nope.
Dang it.
Don't look, because Vicky's got it.
Let me see. Magic Johnson. Of course. Magic Johnson. Okay. I have Silk #1, which is going to go for $3 right now. The Century #1 by Jeff Lemire and Kim Jacinto. He's showing up in the Thunderbolts. This is a book that everybody's sleeping on. I've showcased it a bunch of times. Tried selling it at $5. It's going for $3 now. I have The Thing #5, which is the first appearance of the Watcher's son. Isn't the Watcher just supposed to watch things? He's not supposed to do any of this stuff, is he?
Yeah, how'd that happen?
His pants, but he didn't. And if you pick up this Thing series, which is actually a lot of fun, Walter Mosley is the writer and Tom Riley is the artist. Really, really good book here. Highly recommend this. This is going to go for just $5 for the first appearance of the Watcher's son. All right, and the last book we have here is Star Wars Empire Ascendant #1, and that's going to go for just $3. It is. I totally got canceled just now. I just did a motion. Motion to discharge, please. No.
Oh, no. Oh.
No. I really didn't mean that.
You just want to take that back, don't you?
Yeah, I do. Sometimes
Do the Scooby-Doo ending. Do the Scooby-Doo ending.
The Scooby-Doo ending. That's great. All right. He likes to watch. Leonard Pig, what's up, buddy? All right. We got double canceled. All right,
Oh,
it's your turn.
okay.
Star Wars gets claimed. Awesome.
Okay. Sabretooth Classic. This is the #1 issue. It's a Dwayne Turner cover. This one is just $3. Savage Unleashed.
I think he got kind of robbed in the Deadpool movie. Like,
What?
Oh, it totally got robbed. Like getting his head cut off by Wolverine with one slice. Like that would have never happened.
All right. You say so. Wolverine #100 with another really great. This one's way better in the sun. You can see them all strung up there. That one is 8. Oh, there's a good way to see it. There it is. 8. Okay. Batman Blackgate, Isle of Men, part of the Cataclysm storyline by Men Shapiro. This one is 3. And from a Batman fans, Batman Gotham Knights 2, #1, Ostrander. That one is 3 also. And it's time for trivia. This one's going to be hard. Points for if you know what book. But if you know the actual verse, I'm super impressed with you. What scripture does Jules quote before he kills someone in Pulp Fiction?
Oh wow. I know it's on the tip of my tongue, but I don't.
I'll even take the full quote if you know it, or where it reappears later on in a different movie.
The only quote I know is when he says, "Big Kahuna Burger." That is a tasty burger. That's the only thing I remember. I don't remember all the other stuff. I'm Jewish, so I'm not allowed to repeat any of that anyway.
Is that a rule?
Another thing I wish I didn't say. Triple canceled. Now I'm triple canceled. All right, I have for the $2 we got a $2 slot here. I have Darkman versus Army of Darkness, #2 and #3. If you grab these books, it is just $4 for the pair. Get your run filler going here. I have Flashpoint #1, which is I think Flashpoint 2 is like the big issue where like everybody was hopping on that before the Flash movie came out. Anyway, this is going to go for just $3 right now. It's got to move. I have Daredevil Black Armor #1. That's going to go for $6 for Daredevil Black Armor #1. This is a 5-part miniseries. It takes place in the 90s when Daredevil or Matt Murdock, faked his own death and then became Jack Batlin, and donned a different outfit for Daredevil, the Black Armor. It's really cool stuff. So that's 3. And then I have Captain Marvel #2. This is going to go for $3 right now for Captain Marvel #2. Here she is flexing.
Yeah.
Soft flex. She's got bigger biceps than I do for sure. All right, I am kicking it back to Jen.
Garf on your right is Ezekiel 25. Fun fact, if you look at
2517. 2517.
if you watch I think it's Endgame. Which movie is it when Fury walks away and there's a you get to see his tombstone. If you look at his tombstone, it actually has that verse on it. Which is funny because that's not the same part. Okay. Old stuff. Yeah, Winter Soldier, you're right. You're right. Marvel Triple Action #2. This one is a lower grade book, but it's expensive if it's not. So it's just $3. You can fit it into your collection, and it features Doom. I didn't not know Doom could shoot laser beams out of his eyeballs, but you can in that book. Marvel Triple Action featuring the Avengers. This one has Power Man in it, and a surprise team of villains that you would never expected to see. This one is Triple Action number 16, and it's $9. It's a nice clean copy. Old school book, Marvel Triple Action number 36. This one is Captain America, Hawkeye, and Goliath and the Wasp, and it is just $4. And cool. I know a lot of people that collect these. They're Marvel 2-in-1. This one is probably a 6 or so. It is The Thing and Submariner number 2 for just $6. Okay, here is trivia. In the TV show The Simpsons, who shot Mr. Burns?
Oh, that's a good one. I actually know the answer to that. All right. I have Absolute Power number 4, a foil variant. This is going to go for $10 right now for the foil variant with the Green Lantern. And Jen, who's the dude who's like choking? Who's the android who's choking out Green Lantern here?
I'm probably going to mispronounce how they say their names, but I think it's Amazo.
Oh, Amazo. Amazo. This is going to go for $10. I have Black Panther number 25. It's a tie-in to Heroes Reborn. This is going to go for just $3. Grimm Fairy Tales, the Coast to Coast Comic Con exclusive. Had it priced at $8. I'm going to drop it down to $4, 50% off. And let's see, we got 3. And now we got The Losers number 170, which is going to go for $3. $3 on this. Yeah, Absolute Power was great. Next week's a big week because Justice League is going to be coming out, Justice League Unlimited, and that kind of picks up from where Absolute Power leaves off. And I'm excited to see that. Mark Waid and Dan Moore on that. Dan Moore's artwork is phenomenal. I don't know how that guy draws as many titles as he does, because isn't he drawing Superman as well right now? He's like doing 2 ongoings at the same time.
That's incredible.
It is insane. All right, Jen, I'm kicking it back to you.
All right, Vicky's right. It's Maggie. Good job. I also loved Absolute Power. I somehow did not read the last issue. I know they defeated Waller somehow, but I don't know where Waller is. So
she was arrested. She's like in some like holding cell.
Okay, as long as she didn't like die and I missed it.
Yeah, they totally. She got exactly what she had coming to her. It was well done.
Good. Because she was showing just how dangerous she can be. Chris, it's super simple. If you can find me on social media, Jen King, just send me a DM and I'll send you all the information after the show. Or you can send me an email at Ming, the number 4, King at yahoo.com, and I'll also send you the stuff. I have another show today between 6 and 7 o'clock Central Time on The Experience, but I also throw up, there'll be links and stuff that come up on my personal page and on Space Cadets, which is my store. So,
and guys, the whole point of this is so that Jen and I can kind of share you guys. So you're not two-timing me by going and shopping with Jen. Please don't be shy. Claim with Jen. I would not be where I am right now in this business if it wasn't for Jen on the collectibles side. So we help each other out, and feel free to shop with her. You will not offend me at all. This is the whole purpose of what we're doing here.
thank you so much, Onrie. It's so nice.
No problem. What are you thanking me for? I should be thanking you.
All right. I have a bunch of Master of Kung Fu and Marvel 2-in-1. If you are interested in looking at them, let me know, and I will do them. Otherwise, I'm going to skip them just because I don't want to get too old, except for I want to do these because they're so cool. I hardly ever get these books, some Silver Age stuff. They're in rough shape, and they have, when people subscribe to stuff, people would have their name written on it. But it's just so tough to get these. So this is Millie the Model, number 152. And that one is 8. And number 155, that one is 10. doing some dancing. And number 160, and that one's 20. Boop. Okay. Yeah. Risky territory going that way because I didn't have those priced. Okay. And I've got Batman Shadow of the Bat, Gotham Freaks Part 1. It's number 14 in the series. That one is just $2. And I am done except for trivia. Here is your question. What was the biggest selling movie at the box office in 1993?
Jurassic Park, right? Was it Jurassic Park?
You're so good.
Ah, I got it. I got it. All right. We got cheaper books here. Now, if you guys noticed, this wall had more modern stuff. This wall here has more like stuff dating from between 70s to the 90s. So get ready for some older stuff. And I'm doing it super cheap too. We're going to kick it off with Superman's Girlfriend, Lois Lane, number 125, which is going to go for just $3 hairs right now. Kid Colt Outlaw, number 210, is going to go for $3. Cobra, number 4, is going to go for $3. And Kong the Untamed, number 5, is going to go for $3. Now, here's the deal. I've showcased these books too many times. They need to move. If you were to grab all 4 books, I'll knock $2 additional off. You get this set, it's $10 instead of $12. But if you want each individual one, it's just $3. And you can claim them all. Claim any one of them. I'm going to say the condition on these books is not the best, particularly the Lois Lane. It's, kind of beat up, but you can still read it and enjoy it. Same thing with the Kid Colt Outlaw. The best looking book out of the bunch is the Kong the Untamed. And we have Cobra number 4, which, I would say is in equal shape. You want all 4 of these books, it's just $10. If you want me to show them off again for any reason, just let me know. I'm happy to do so. But all of this stuff needs to go. I've been sitting on these books for way, way, way too long. All right, Jen, I'm kicking it back to you without any trivia. You guys get no trivia. No trivia for you.
I think it's so interesting about having books that you had for a while stashed around.
Yeah.
Is when you find a box that you'd forgotten about and you go look through it and you're like, oh my gosh, there's like, it's just automatically turned into gold overnight.
Yeah.
When there's like a new series that gets announced that they're writing and you're like, oh, I have to go back and read the original series. Or like, and just like some actor mentions a character that they're digging on, or there's pictures of a comic book, some actor shopping for specific comic books at a comic book store. And you're like, uh-oh, we know what that means. Hopefully it means they're comic book fans. But other than that, there might be some stuff coming. All right. How about Secret Wars number 6? This is the Hickman run. Weirdly, I think this is the run that they're saying that they're focusing on. Has the God Emperor Doom, which has got a cool white outfit that I love so much. And here he is on the front cover. This one I'm going to sell for just $4. Let's see who.
Grab that at $4. Grab that at $4. I just picked up the entire run of that and had to pay way too much money for it. Grab that. You will not be disappointed. Trust me. Trust me.
The art inside the whole series just makes my head hurt. It's so good.
This is really good. What is it? Assad Rebek, right? Is the artist on all those?
I think that's right. I think you're right. Deadpool versus X-Force. Why would he be against his own team? I don't know. But here he is playing with his team as action figures on the front cover. That is number 2 of the series, and that's $4. We all belong together. So I'm going to do this as one kind of big thing, and it'll be the end of it. Deadpool Dracula's Gauntlet. Number 1. Number 2. There's his wife. Number 3. She's a naughty little demon. This is $12 for the books. I'll do $10 on the set today. And here is your trivia question. Oh, that one's too hard. That's too hard.
Give us a hard one.
No, this isn't okay. Who directed Reality Bites in 1994?
Oh, that is a hard one.
Hey, Leonidas. Bing.
Sorry.
Your notifications are loud. Do you mean to entertain people?
What's up, Leonidas? How you doing? No, I'm just getting text. All right, I'm sorry. All right, let's get back to it here.
Man, Victoria, you're so good.
Ben Stiller, really? I didn't know.
Yeah.
That's a shock. More dings. All right, I have Korak, Son of Tarzan, number 54. That's going to go for just $3 right now. Peacemaker number 2. I'm into this book for $5, but at this point, I have to just move it. It will go for just $3 right now. And I know as soon as I sell this, I'm going to come across an entire run of this in a dollar bin somewhere and get that whole gap filled out. I'll come across 1, 3, and 4 and be like, oh, I sold my 2. But you can grab it right now for $3. Amazing Adventures featuring the X-Men number 3. This is going to go for $3. And Men of War number 4. We got Joe Kubert artwork on here. That's going to go for $3 as well. Some cheaper books here. And just to buy a little time for Jen here, I just want to showcase our Landmark FOMO books one last time. We have sold 2 of the 8 FOMO books that we have for sale. We have Wolverine number 300 going for $5. Detective Comics 1000, the Jim Lee cover, going for $10. I actually dropped the price on that. We'll do that one at $8.
Which is crazy because the cover price is 10.
Yeah, the cover price is 10, so we'll do it at 8. I'll take $2 off the cover. Thank you, Jen. Fantastic Four 250 is going for $5. Fantastic Four 500 is going to go for $5 as well. But if you get them both together, I'll do them at $8. I have Amazing Spider-Man number 600. That's going to go for $10. I'll drop that down to $8 as well. And I have ROM number 50. That's going to go for $5. All right, Jen, I'm kicking it back to you.
Awesome.
Tag team stream. You got it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I have got a couple of Deadpool Max 2 by David Lapham, who knows how to write some crazy stuff, I'm telling you. This one is number 3, and I've got a number 6. Those are each $4 a piece. Boop. Yep, that's the same one. This is a big, thick book. This one is the beginning of the Osborn identity in Amazing Spider-Man 25, and that is 10. And features amazing art.
Is that Alex Ross on the cover?
I think it has to be. What's so funny is that there's pumpkin bombs just like laying around over here.
Yeah. How's Spider-Man going to stop that?
I don't know. And then I've got a cool run of books. This one is from the Wildstorm run. Michael Cray, the whole run of 1 through 6. Actually, it goes to 12. Sorry, this is the front half of the run then. So it's just $10. $10 for a really great read. And
buy 5, get 1 free.
yeah. All right, here is a question that I hope you guys will get in like 0.0 seconds. Which Nirvana song begins, I'm so happy because today I found my friends?
Oh, come on. You got a Secret Wars 6 claim. Nice pickup, Marina. That was very smart. Very smart. All right. Kicking it back to me now. What 4 books do I have here? I got some fun ones here. Hey, knocking stuff over today. Oh my God. I'm very sore right now. I had my arm twisted earlier today, like 1,000 times. I recently started training in martial arts again, and this guy we're doing like knife disarms today, and this guy's like a Brazilian jiu-jitsu expert, and he just like grabbed me and like he's like an old Jewish guy, and he like grabbed me and like twisted me and like had me over here, and like my arm isn't just complete pain right now. It sucks. I got my butt kicked.
Forrest Bates, hello.
Oh, Forrest Bates, what's up, man? Good to see you. Yeah, we're doing a tag team. Jen, did you get the Deadpool X-Force claim?
I did.
Great, perfect. All right. We have Star Trek Deep Space Nine #1 going for $3. Prez, the First Teen President #2. This is going to go for $3. Uncanny X-Men 306, also just $3. Wetworks Vampirella #1. This is going to go for $4. And then I have Spider-Woman #50. Normally a $15 book. I will do it at $10. Those are my
Good stuff.
I actually did 5 on accident.
Whatevs, man.
All right. I was one number off. Jen, I'm kicking it back to you.
You know, I just sit over here and just like count it out. All right. Midnighter and Apollo. This is the full mini series 1 through 6. I think this is before they get married. I think this is just them kicking butt together. This one's 25. Oh, I'm putting this in the wrong spot. I also have Deadpool versus X-Force #1 for $6. I give first right of refusal to Garfon, who got the #2, so in case they need to put it together. And I can't remember how many I've done. Authority #22 is just $1. I've got one. How about Assassins Incorporated? Sorry, let's say words. Assassins Incorporated by Rich Buckler. That is the #1 for $2. Pew pew. Oh, and here's your trivia. You guys are all going to know this one. In what 1997 film did Jeff Bridges play the dude?
Oh, come on. It was Sidekicks with Chuck Norris. That one's easy. Actually, that was his brother, I think. I think that was Bo Bridges was in that one. Not
Yep.
Chuck Bridges, yeah. Tron. It was Tron. He was in Tron. All right, I have Amazing Spider-Man #190. Was priced at $15, dropping it down to $10. Marvel Premiere featuring Seeker 3000. This is issue 41. It's going to go for $3. Anne Rice's Interview with the Vampire #2. That's going to go for $5. And Purgatory #5. That's going to go for $5 as well. Yep, Big Lebowski. That one's an easy one. That is an easy one. All right, I'm gonna let you guys know right now. We're gonna kick it back to Jen in a minute, but once I showcase these books, I'm gonna take all this stuff down, and I'm gonna start busting out $2 comics for the rest of the show. If you're interested in any of these books up here right now, this is the time to claim them. Jen, I'm kicking it back to you.
Super fun. All right. This one is Mark Millar's Big Game, issue #1. That one is $5 and ties to his larger universe. If you haven't picked up the part of that universe that's going on right now, you should. Now my brain is completely blanking on it. It's the big bad. Nemesis, think. He just will kill anything he wants. He's a bad. Castle Waiting. This is from Oleo Press from 1999 and is very hard to find. It's just $3, but look at this art. Got a couple of interesting 90 things. They're image books called Trencher. There's a #2 and a #4. Those are just $2 a piece. And one of my very favorite Aftershock series. This is A Calculated Man, number 1 and number 2. Tough to get because this was kind of like fire from the get-go. It's about a guy who is an accountant for the mob, but when he decides to retire, the mob doesn't have that. They're going to take him out, and he hears about that. And they did not know that he also is a really great assassin. And he uses his ability to do math to his advantage to kill people. So I will do the pair of these for $6.
That is a great deal because that first issue is like a $15 book. Oh yeah, Comics was selling that because when Aftershock was putting out those books, they were their rep was the manager of that shop, and that's what he sold it for. So
perfect. All right, here you go. Here is the next question. Who was the voice of Mr. Potato Head in Toy Story?
I know the actor. Kind of looks like an older version of Michael Chiklis.
Correct.
The older Michael Chiklis looking guy. All right. Pirates of Dark Water number 1 is going to go for $3 right now. War of the Worlds number 37, $3. Uncanny X-Men 128. We're going to call this Fine. It is a newsstand copy published in 1979. Proteus and Wolverine going after each other here. I'm into this book for $25. This is going to go for $20 right now. I'm willing to take it down if we can move it. Thor number 325 is going to go for $3. Amazing Spider-Man 329, First Cosmic Spidey and First Try Sentinel. This is going to go for $8. And I have Infinity Inc. number 21, which has a story by Roy Thomas and artwork by Todd McFarlane. DC Todd McFarlane work. This is going to go for $3. Some steals right here for you guys, making it real easy. And now, get a good last look at that board because all of this stuff is going down. It's going back into the collection. So, Jen, I'm kicking it back to you.
Excellent. Recently, Image First have started to become collectible as they've gone out of print. I don't think this one is out of print, but it's a good chance to grab some really cool looking art. I'll show you one of the pages. It's so cool in here, like that one. Look at that art. This is Copra by Michael. I'm going to say Fife, but I'm probably wrong about how to pronounce that. It's just a buck. I am not pricing it up at all. So. From my good friend Travis Gibb, who is just on the channel, the book that I bought from him first that made me fall in love with all of his creation stuff. This is Broke Down and 4 Dead Bodies. It is just a story of what happens if you're baddies that get sent on to delivery, but you find out there's dead people in your in your trunk. You have to put dead people in your trunk, and everything breaks down. It's just $5 for this awesome number 1. Support small press creators.
Also, I want to say it's kind of like Pulp Fiction, but in a comic book.
That's it. Yeah. Absolutely. Then I also have from Joe Casey and Nathan Fox, I've got Dutch number 0 and number 2. I don't know where the number 1 went from this series, but I'll sell you both for the price of the 0. So $4 will get you both of them. I don't know where I put it up there. And I have got Primus number 1. Not that Primus. Starring Robert Brown. This one is $5. It's a Charlton Comics book. And here is your trivia question. What was Mulder's sister's name on the X-Files? Make me proud, y'all.
Ooh, that's a good one. Good question to ask. All right. Who would have thunk it? We thunk it. We thunk it for you guys. And we're happy to be here for you. Both Jen and I. All right, we're doing $2 comics right now. So I took down the double racks, And we're kicking it back. I left the $2 books that we had up there. We got Darkman versus Army of Darkness #2 and #3 going for just $4 for you guys. And don't forget Daredevil and Captain America, this crossover here that is dead on arrival, going for just $2 right now, which is really cool. I have International Iron Man #1. That's going to go for $2. Gambit #15 is $2. Devil's Reign #4 and #5 is going to go for $4. These both have $5 price tags on it. And John, I'm just going to do 3 more so that I can fill up this slide here.
Watch your time. I want you to fill it up. So go ahead and just do like half the thing.
Okay, cool. Spider-Man #11. This is going to go for $2. Excuse me.
Bless you.
Thank you. Excuse me again. X Nation 2099 #1 is going to go for $2. Hellblazer #63. That's going to go for $2. Samurai #2.1 from Titan Comics. That's going to go for $2. Iron Man 236 and 237. That's going to go for $4. I'll do 2 more and then I'll kick it back to Jen. I have The Return of Dormammu, Doctor Strange #16, #17. I have another variant of 17, looks like a Joe Jusko variant. #19 and #385. If you were to grab all of these books, it would just be $10 for this set. And finally, I have Savage Wolverine #1, which is going to go for just $2 right now. All right, Samurai gets claimed by Arena. All right, Jen, I'm kicking it back to you, my friend.
All right. I got some Dracula, but not the way you think. All right, this is not a perfect copy. These are great for reading. I've got it priced that way, so you don't have to pay a bunch of money for it. This is Spider-Man versus Dracula #1. It is the newsstand edition, and it's just $3. Spider and the Bat. I also have 2 copies of newsstand Silver Surfer versus Dracula, plus 3 weird vampire tales in these books, just $3. I also have Spawn #17. This is a newsstand edition. They're really tough for Spawn to get in a newsstand. That one's $10. And I have a Catwoman #6 for just $2. Bunch of good balanced art. Here is your trivia question. Oh, no one answered the questions. The answer for Mulder's sister's name is Samantha. Here's your new question. In what city was Ace Ventura Pet Detective set?
Oh, that's an easy one. That's an easy one.
Chris says, meow. Awesome.
All right. I have giant size Spider-Man and Doc Savage #3 going for $2. Not the best shape, but definitely a reader-friendly copy going for $2. Marvel 2-in-1 #60. The Thing and the Impossible Man teaming up going for $2. The Incredible Hulk #709. That's going to go for $2. Superboy #39 and #45. This pair is going to go for $4 for the Superboys. I have Batman #42 and #52. It's going to go for just $4. Gru #77 is $2. Jen, I'm just going to finish building out this board here, and then I'm going to do something crazy. I got Batman, the 2021 annual, going for $2. We got Ghost Killer, story focusing on Ghost Killer. DC Universe versus Masters of the Universe #1 by Keith Giffen and Dexter Soy. We got a Marvel Team Up, Spider-Man and Hercules. That's issue 2. And #4 is Spider-Man and Man-Thing. Ghostbusters Mass Hysteria number 2 is $2. Conan the Barbarian number 251 is $2. Superboy starring the Legion of Superheroes number 206 is $2. Batman number 94 and number 99 are going to go for $4. Now I'm going to kick it back to Jen, and I'm just going to throw this offer out there for anyone who might be interested. If you want to take this entire board off my hands right now, I'm going to do it for $15. Let's move some freaking comics. I want a big stack here. So you got another 11 minutes here. We might be able to build out another rack. And if we do that, then I'll do the entire rack at 30. Let's just get these books out of here. Jen, I'm kicking it back to you.
All right, I go fast.
Oh,
I have Avengers number 23 annual for just $2. Daredevil versus Punishers Means and Ends number 2 mid-grade for $2. 1 million number 1 million. Actually, it says 4 on it over here, so maybe it's a 4. It doesn't say it there. $2. And Wolverine number 35 mid-grade for $2. Trivia time. The answer to your question was Miami. I can't believe no one did that. Who read Green Eggs and Ham on Saturday Night Live?
That's a good one. All right. Back to me. I have Avatar's Covenant of the Shield number 2 going for $2. House of Slaughter number 1 and number 3. That's going to go for $4. Berserker from Gauntlet Comics number 5. That's going to go for $2. The Adventures of Superman 597, which ties into the Joker Last Laugh. That's going to go for $2. Age of Ultron versus Marvel Zombies number 4. That's going to go for just $2.
No. Good guess, Chris.
Is it? And wasn't his name Dr. Seuss? It's not Seuss. It was like Seuss. Dr. Seuss. He had one of those fancy doctor names. He was a fancier doctor.
No, not Mike Myers.
New Defenders number 146 and number 152 are going to go for $4 together as a set. Batman Jazz by Gerard Jones and Mark Badger, number 2 of 3, and number 3 of 3 are going to go for just $4. Elektra number 9 is going to go for $2. Uncanny X-Men number 298, number 299, that's $4 on this set. Web of Spider-Man, we got the annuals here, number 8 and number 9. This is going to go for 2 apiece, that's 4 on those. Avengers Heroes Reunited, number 204. This is issue 12. Going to go for $2. Indestructible Hulk, number 3 is $2. Did we get a claim here? DC versus DC. Where's the DC? I'll get your claim in a minute. Oh, there it is. Chris, gotcha. Avengers Annual number 22 is $2. Spider-Man in the League of Realms number 3 is $2. Girl Frenzy JLA Tomorrow Woman number 1 is $2. X-Men number 2, number 6, and number 7 are all going to go for $6. Keep in mind we got that Rubicon edition still, and it's going to go for $8. So you got 6 and 8 at $14. You get all those X-Men's. Moon Knight number 21, $2 on this. And then I got a big Batman run here for you. Batman 445, 446, 448, 449, 454, 455, 467, 469, and 487. These are all in really good shape. So So we're going to do 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, all 9 at 15. All 9 at 15. Atlantis Attacks number 1 is going to go for $2. Catwoman number 3, that's going to go for $2. Because Catwoman likes to meow. I'll do just a few more. I'm going to build out that rack, and then I'm kicking it back to Jen. I have Silver Surfer number 28, number 37, and the number 4 annual. That's going to go for $6. New Kids on the Block, the Magic Summer Tour, Valentine Girl, Backstage Pass. These are all going to go for $2 a pop. I have some Assassin's Creed books, issue 10 and number 11. That's 4. Put that up here. The New Kids on the Block. I have Daredevil number 284. That's going to go for $2. And finally, I have Wonder Woman War of the Gods, number 3 of 4 and number 4 of 4. You can get them both at $4. Now, I'm going to throw this deal out for anybody who's interested. If you want to grab this double rack here, I will do it all for $30 and not a cent less. $30 and it's all yours. Jen, I am kicking it back to you.
Guys, I feel like sometimes these are intelligence tests for smart enough to know that's a killer deal. That's amazing. Even I'm tempted, and I just told myself I'm not buying more comics.
Yes, I totally understand that.
I just drove to San Antonio and spent basically what a car would cost on Spawn books, so I'm not going to do it. This is Deadpool number 4 for just $4. Oh, it's love. I don't know who that person is, but it's love. Deadpool number 7. This was the Fantastic Four Villains variant by Marquez, and that one is 4. I have Batgirl number 36. This is a Lego New 52 cover, and that one is 5. And then I've got Fairest number 19 and 16. Just really great cover art books. I'll do the pair of those for $4. And here is your question. Oh, the answer to your other trivia question was Jesse Jackson, Red, Green, Eggs, and Ham. On Buffy the Vampire Slayer, what is Willow's last name? Final trivia.
Final trivia. All right. So $30 for that rack. I'm going to showcase the bottom rack of books one more time for you guys, just so you can get a chance to make your claims on it. And both Jen and I want to thank you guys for being here this afternoon. We really appreciate it. You guys can catch Jen again on the experience this afternoon or this evening for what's in the box. And what Jen does on that show is really awesome. She just takes a random box of books and prices them, sells them for whatever they're priced at the time. So she doesn't raise the price on any of the books. It's a really great show. So be sure to check her out on the experience. And Jen, thank you again for being here with us this afternoon. I really appreciate it.
It's been a ton of fun.
All right, I have Iron Man 181, which is going to go for $3. Luke Cage Power Man number 40, 5 down to 4 on this one. Mr. Miracle number 24, we're going to do 4 down to 3 on this. X-Men Rubicon number 1 is going to stay at 8, down from 12. The Champions number 12, 4 down to 3 on this. Avengers 363, 5 down to 4 on this. Man of Steel number 1, 5 down to 4 on that. New Mutants 100, first appearance of X-Force, 5 down to 4 on that. Amazing Spider-Man 253, $20 OBO. Star Wars X-Wing Rogue Squadron The Phantom Affair number 1 of 4, that's going to go for just $3. What If Loki Had Found the Hammer of Thor? That was 8. I'm going to keep it at 8. Superman 75, $10. It's in the poly bag, but the poly bag has been opened. It still includes the card. And then finally, I have Adventure Comics starring Aquaman, King of the Seven Seas, $4.41, going for just $3. Jen, I'm kicking it back to you.
Okay.
We'll do one more round, and this will be it.
Okay. I have got Bishop number 3 from the mini series, and that one is just $2. I have got Big Man Plans by Eric Powell, number 1 of 4 for $5. Killer art. By the way, he's selling some of his original art for Goon at Heritage this week. If I could afford it, I would buy it. Adventures of the Thing number 1, part of the 4-issue miniseries. That one is going to be $2. And John Byrne's Next Men number 1 is $4. The answer to the vampire question was Rosenberg. Thanks for playing.
You guys are awesome. Hang on. I'm going to come back here. I'm going to show off just a couple more things, and then we are done. So I still have from the 1 millions, I have Supergirl 1 million going for $3. Flash 1 million going for $3. Surprise, this is still here. And Power of Shazam number 1 million going for $3. Get them all for $9. Frankenstein, Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. This is going to go for $30. Hardbound book. Really nice dust jacket featuring artwork by L. Gehring, the artist on Yisun Shin. The artist emeritus on Yisun Shin. And finally, we have Spectacular Spider-Man, The Death of Vermin Run, number 194, 195, and 196 going for just $5. Guys, thank you so much for being here. Both Jen and I really appreciate it. Jen, let's get you on here too. Watch us on The Experience. If you haven't followed us on The Experience yet, be sure to do that. And check out Jen's shows and all that other wonderful stuff. But either way, thank you for being here. We both really appreciate it. Jen, do you have any last words?
Nope. Just to say that tonight's show on The Experience is going to feature Mark Jeweller's variants and hard to find Archie Sonic books.
Those actually go for a lot of money.
Uh-huh.
Some really cool stuff. All right, Jen, thank you again. We appreciate it. We'll do this again soon.
Absolutely. Thanks, everybody.
Take care. Have a good night. Good day.